Woo! Listen, people are going to say, oh, wait, I can hear my voice. Shit on it. We are Liverpool. Tra-la-la-la-la. We are Liverpool. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. We are Liverpool. Tra-la-la-la-la. And we're the best football team. Let me repeat. Best football team in the land, even with injuries, especially with injuries. As a matter of fact, before I even talk about any part of the game, the three youngsters, Neco Williams, Curtis Jones, and most importantly, in my opinion, probably man of the match. People, let me know in the comments as well if you agree. Kelleher, insane. Casillas in disguise. Well, we'll say Alisson in disguise. That'd be giving him a lot of respect today. He was fantastic. He was unbelievable. Before I talk about any individuals, let me break down the game. As the game started off, as it usually does, Liverpool had an exciting fit opening 2 minutes, and it was sound, and, we had a couple of chances, but as per usual, that did seem to go. And I love the chat. This is sick. We are through to the round 16, people, and you know that. So the game started off in favour for Liverpool. We had a couple of chances, but nothing too crazy. And then Ajax took control of the game. They built momentum as the game went on. And don't get me wrong, I thought we controlled the first 10-15 minutes, and I thought we held our own for the rest of the first half. But Ajax, in my opinion, with a better team. I don't know what you think, and I'm interested to know what you think. Most certainly, great comment here from S. Grill. Great comment. Up the Kelleher, 100%. By the way, boys, I just need to make sure that I do this because I haven't done it yet. Before I continue with this match reaction, I have just got to say this video is sponsored by OneFootball, so let me just run the ad. Today's video is brought to you by OneFootball. Thank you very much to them for sponsoring this video, and make sure that you go over in the top link of the description and download their app. It is fantastic, people. I didn't know there were so many countries, so many leagues for you to go and view information from, latest news, latest transfers. You can also see all the latest updates and live scores when your team is playing. Yes, you can choose your preferred team. So for my team, it's Liverpool. You can see all the latest information on them. But not only that, people, it doesn't only go that far. You can go and see anything to do with teams in the Premier League, anything to do with teams in the Champions League, Europa League, any team across Europe, any team across the world. You can go and have a look and see how they're doing in their leagues and any news based on what their team is going through. Make sure that you download the OneFootball app, people. It is fantastic. And obviously, I want to thank them once more for supporting this channel. Make sure you go and support them because they support us massively. One massive big shout out to OneFootball again. And yeah, top link in the description, people. Thank you very much. Right, people, so make sure you go and download the OneFootball. Link is in the description. Let me carry on with the game. So, as I said, Ajax kind of took control in the first half. And one thing I will say, they did look good. They did look threatening. But Liverpool looked like we had the tactical system set out right today. And that's one thing I can say. Unbelievable from Liverpool. Let me just get the chat back up as well. Oh, mate, I love this comment from you and right here. Jones over De Bruyne. We will lead on to that goal. So, talking about the second half, where Liverpool get their 1-0 lead, we were fantastic. Don't get me wrong, Ajax still shown their quality, but they should still show their quality. The Ajax Football Club, they've got good players. They've got Neres. Don't you think Neres would do well in the Premier League? Of course he would. Daley Blind, he's already been a Premier League player. Was he great? No, but he weren't playing in a great team. Now he's playing in a team that suits him, a team where he's happy. And you know, when players are happy, they play better. And that Ajax team are more family than anything. And they had something to fight for today. And we never went out there with it anywhere near a strong squad, and the strongest players that we did have been playing match after match after match, and it's been insane. And the fact that we can still go out there and not only compete but get the result, which is what Liverpool do best, by the way, is fantastic. Curtis Jones, let me talk about that goal. Neco Williams gets the ball, he receives it from Henderson. The Henderson kind of gets the ball out wide and then he passes it back to Neco Williams. Neco Williams puts the ball into the box. I will talk about Neco Williams in a minute, by the way, in his overall performance and the standouts as well. But he puts it in the box. It kind of goes over Onana, the Ajax goalkeeper. And it was weird from Curtis Jones. It was like he left it till the very last second he could hit that ball. Like the very last second that he could make contact and it would work. It's like he used it and he done that. And that kid just, and I'm calling him a kid, I'm the same age, but the confidence exuberance. That's not even a word. The confidence shines through Curtis Jones, and that is evident. And one thing, maybe people might not agree that he's better than De Bruyne right now. I personally don't. However, one day, with the talent that he's got right now, why can't he become a player of that level? One day, not right now. Neco Williams, I will talk about him as well. Someone who's been getting a lot of stick, and rightly so, and understandably so. But one thing I will say about Neco Williams is he weren't as bad as usual, and take into consideration he came up I think, whatever the level is below world class, I will probably put Neres in that section. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's just my opinion. I think Neco Williams dealt with him fantastically. If you're just asking my opinion, this is my match reaction. I think Neco Williams can walk out of that stadium tonight proud. He played a crucial part offensively. One thing that we saw was his offensive side of things. Don't get me wrong, does not mean I want to see him week in, week out for Liverpool. Obviously, right now, he's probably going to have to be the choice, and he looks like he is Jurgen Klopp's choice, but obviously, when Trent comes back in, there's no question. However, one thing you can see is that he's taking things off Trent. He's learning off Trent. And Trent is a very good example to learn off indeed. But like people were saying the other day as well, like we should have kept Klein. And don't get me wrong, that's a great statement because Klein was a very solid right back. And I feel like Liverpool are all the more better for having a Nathaniel Klein there as well as Trent. But at the end of the day, Klein wants first team football and he weren't going to get that at Liverpool. So for today alone, I thought Neco was fine. Curtis Jones got his goal, fantastic. Other than that, I thought his performance was okay, not terrible, but okay, not fantastic. Okay, his goal was good though, and obviously, like I said, he shows confidence week in, week out, and that's what you need. And players will get better as games go on. Players will get better as they play with these players, Jordan Henderson and Gini Wijnaldum and Henderson. People, can we talk about my captain? By the way, Jake sums it up perfectly. Jake. Please let me click on that comment. Yes! Sums it up perfectly. Right there. Sums it up perfectly. Man United fans triggered. Right. No, what was I going to say? I was going to say something. I can't remember what I was saying. Jordan Henderson, my captain, people. Our captain, if you're the Reds. Jordan Henderson. Oh, my God. The balls that he was springing left, right today, and I'm not talking them little shitty ones that he used to do to the side, mate. He was doing top-notch Iniesta, Xavi, combined passes, as well as control, as well as awareness. Roy Keane, Roy Keane. Steven Gerrard, leadership, carrying his team through that game. Insane performance from my captain. And you notice the levels of this team. And without Henderson, we don't win that game today. Let me tell you something for free. We do not win that game today if Henderson isn't in that team. And that, I'm not saying everyone else was shit, but that is just what Henderson does. He elevates. And that is what Henderson's done today. And that is why I love the man, the myth, not the myth, the man, the captain, the legend that is Jordan Henderson. Fantastic performance. But the man that I want to talk about most in the back four was good in this, that Kelleher. I mean, I probably would slightly edge the man of the match to Henderson, but based on the circumstances presented, you've got to give it to Kelleher. Mate, don't get me wrong, some of them saves were saves that he should have made. Some of them saves were world-class saves, like that Huntelaar shot at the end, which was a crucial save, by the way. And don't get me wrong, Huntelaar should have done a little bit better. But one thing that I can offer to you is, and one thing that I can give you is, Kelleher done what he needed to do. Can we not underestimate that for a second? Do you know how important? Isn't that just what we want Adrian to do? We want him to, because we know that he's not better. And people who expect Adrian to be a world-class keeper, I am so sorry, but it's like asking for I'm about to come up with a terrible example. It's like asking for McDonald's to shut tomorrow. It's not going to work in 24 hours. You're going to need to do more to try and get a whole fucking franchise to shut tomorrow. It's impossible near enough to get Matthews to shut down. Terrible analogy. This is why I'm probably not good enough to be a YouTuber. Point being, Adrian cannot become a world-class goalkeeper, especially at the age of 33. And I've seen miracles. I've saw Rocky in Rocky 5 go out and do what he done. I saw Rocky in later on this, that. I've saw Mike Tyson the other day come out and whip the arse of Roy Jones Jr. and looked as great as he ever has. But this is Adrian. And we know that he's not going to get better. We know that he's shot of all confidence. And we would have supported him if he was in the net tonight. But Kelleher put on them gloves, mate. He stepped between them sticks, and boy, did he put on a performance. And let me tell you now, just as much credit as I gave Jordan Henderson a minute ago, let me just give that equal same amount of credit to Kelleher, because we don't win that game without him. He is fantastic. He is a sensational goalkeeper, and maybe not overall. Maybe he won't do this consistently, but tonight, we needed that 3 points and he got us through to the round of 16. Unbelievable performance, unbelievable set out from the manager, from the team, from everyone. I just thought, you know what, mate, I am so proud of this set of players to the point where they're so confident, these just mentality monsters. Even with everything that goes on, they just still seem to find some sort of positive. And Klopp does seem to be frustrated, and rightly so. However, one thing I just want to offer to you people is that we got a great job done tonight, a fantastic job done. Now, before I do leave the stream, I do want to read some of your comments, so make sure that you are getting involved. But Kelleher was my man of the match. And listen, anyone who does choose Kelleher as their man of the match, I really do not disagree. It's hard to disagree with how boss Kelleher was today and the fact that he was a crucial player in our game. Kelleher may have ended Adrian's LFC career. I mean, when it already ended, but yeah, he's definitely put the nail in the coffin after that performance tonight, in my opinion. 22 years of age, got a much higher ceiling than Adrian, and you never know the keeper that he could become, and he's learning off one of the best in Alisson for sure. Jones proven class again, like I said before, Sully, you've just hit the nail on the head. Everyone has. Jones is proving his class again, and he's doing it week in, week out. He's playing with great players, and I don't know if he is ready for the first team, but obviously he has to play in the first team right now. And one thing I will offer to you is this will be better for him in the long run, 1000%. So let me read a few more of these comments because I love you, James. Guess what, my mates? I love you too because you are boss. I just wanted Bobby to score, played well though. Bobby offered a lot when he came on. Bergen, that's one thing I will give you. And another thing is what I was frustrated when he missed that chance because I just thought if he scores that chance, the game seals off and then we have no worries for them final however many minutes. And then Huntelaar got that chance just right after, didn't he? But yeah, mate, it's one of them with Bobby Firmino. I think he can do better with the finishing, and I do think if he continues this vein of form with his finishing, then we will need to start looking at other options for a number 9. But that being said, I always say it, Mo Salah is our striker today. And also with Mo Salah, I thought he'd done fine today, but the team just couldn't find his runs. I thought there was a few times where Curtis Jones could have picked him out, same with Neco Williams, but he just weren't being found. But I think that's why he would have had a quieter game, but I still thought he'd done all right. Nice people need to remember, Neco people... Wait there. So you're talking about Neco Williams. People need to remember he's still learning his trade. Doesn't matter how well you've done in the under whatever. When you get in the first team, it doesn't matter what level you have came from. True, Kevin, my mate's true. You've just got to put faith in him and you've got to support him. I completely understand what you're saying there. Bobby was sound. That keeper was good. Yeah, I agree with David 100%. Always coming on and hitting the nail on the head. Ryan Turner, all right, James. And was right again, mate. Proving you don't just do it, but some maybes and only absolute. You know the score, Ryan. Fabinho is the second best centre-back in the world. Yeah, man. Fabinho, I thought his weakness was found the other day, and I thought Ajax could have tried to exploit that today. And that was pace, and that was people actually being able to get in behind. But then I remembered, he had Timo Werner in his back pocket. He had Jamie Vardy in his back pocket. It was just the way Brighton set up the other day. It weren't necessarily individuals, and it was the same with Ajax today, mate. They just couldn't get past them at all. James, do you think Bobby is coming back? I don't know what you mean there. Oh, do you mean like to his best? He could be. He's been playing better. And why not believe that way? My mate? You know what I mean? That's one thing. Jota wasn't great tonight, but still made it through. We've still always found a way. Bradley, I don't know if I can agree with you there. People, let me know. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I thought Jota had a good game. I thought he created a lot. I thought some moments were fantastic, some moments of skill, and I understand skill shouldn't define if you played well or not, but not even just skill. He created chances. He was getting us in behind, and he had a few good passes as well. I thought he demonstrated how well-rounded he was today, Diogo Jota, so I'm very interested to see what you're all saying. James, what did you make of Gini Wijnaldum? Do you know what, Lewis? For the fact that he's been playing minutes after minutes after minutes and he hasn't been getting a rest, I'm going to give to Gini Wijnaldum the props that he deserves. He's been probably the best player this season, bar maybe one or two. Gini Wijnaldum's so crucial. And do you know what, mate? People say, he's not signed a new contract because of money, and then Liverpool shouldn't have to pay him that. No, Liverpool should, because the servant that Gini Wijnaldum's been since fucking Jurgen Klopp's first transfer window, full transfer window. He's class, and yeah, it's just one of them. It's mad. All right, James, you're a legend at my school. Yes, Ryan is right, Ryan. Love that. Love to hear that. Jota was good. Yes, see, that's what I mean. Some people are saying Jota was good. Jota hadn't had a good game, in my opinion, but still not bad. See, so people are mixed. Mane hasn't been playing the best past few games. I'm sure he will be back playing well. Best footballer in the world. Yeah, listen, mate, even the best in the world has drops in form. But nah, I agree. I think Mane has been one of them people lately. He's been tired, and I'm not trying to give him an excuse, you know. He hasn't been playing well enough, but one thing I will say, he hasn't been terrible. He's still tracking back. He's still working hard. He's still doing better than anyone else would in that position in our team, probably in the world. So even though he's not on form, that's just because of the levels he sets himself. So yeah, he should be better. But I thought we could rest him today. Let me tell you the good thing. Now we can, because we are through, and we can go to Midtjylland and not have to worry about starting our best 11, which is boss. LFC should come off there. Time and re-sign Genie. Yes, David, I agree with you for 100%. Player ratings for the front four. The player ratings, people, will be out tomorrow, so make sure you are on the channel for that 100%. Firmino's touches are sensational, says Layla. Yes, Firmino just shows his class every time he comes on the football pitch. 100%, I agree with you. How many times have I said 100% this video? Very interesting. Hopefully someone's counting that for me. Salah wasn't selfish. Calm down, people. He tried passing a lot of times, but shares, we should sign him immediately. It was closing gaps, passing gaps. I thought Shares had a good game today, bar one or two moments. I thought he was fantastic. And yes, I've been saying it for a while. I think we should sign him. 30 million euros, and he's 20 years of age. I think he's a proper Jurgen Klopp player. I think he'd love to play next to Virgil van Dijk when he's back. And yeah. But people, I am going to leave it there. In fact, I just saw a comment about Joel Matip. Matip needs to stay fit, was class tonight. I agree. Matip is such a leader in that back line. And I think people forget Matip was actually probably better than Virgil van Dijk at times when them two were consistently playing next to each other. So he's unreal, Matip, and we signed him for free. So even though he's had loads of injuries, what a signing he's been. But people, that will be me concluding this video. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you go and download the OneFootball app, link in the description. And not only that, subscribe, like, and all that other good stuff. But people, we are through to the round of 16. Thank you very much for watching this video. Like I said, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you all. In fact, I've got to do it here. I will see you all in a bizzle. Peace out. Up the Reds.